Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Thank you guys for tuning in to Buzy With B. I'm so excited. I actually missed the show last week. We were enjoying the last day of summer.
It was Labor Day.
Labor Day. Zoe had no school. We had a lot of sun and all that good stuff.
And it was the last day of summer because it damn failed. Like, I don't know what. Like,
big time.
Summer just said, man, I'm through with y'all. Yeah. You see what he got on that sweater.
And hurricanes and everything.
And I got my sweater on. Yes, yes.
They talking about we might get hit with a hurricane.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my niece, I'm sending some love to South Carolina. When you gonna hit the road?
Or the whole East Coast, really.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, hurricane.
Yeah, it's supposed to be coming up this way.
It's probably gonna be Hurricane Jerome or something. They're gonna call it something.
Jerome.
Hurricane Keith. Hey, look.
Hey, you gotta say Keith. You can't say Keith.
Nah, I said Keith.
Yeah,
I just said Keith. Well, I'm from Southeast.
There you go.
I went to Baloo. I don't pronounce all my
Ladies, I'm gonna need you guys to call in today. Well, hold on, but I always skip.
You ain't even. We just saying that.
What's my saying?
At the beginning of your show, you all pressed to get into the topic.
I'm
Get it.
So excited about the topic today. Not excited, but I just want to gain some perspective. I pulled a lot of topics from personal, things and stuff like that. So today we're gonna talk about child support.
And relationships. Why you just keep saying child support?
Okay.
Yeah, now you jump straight to child support.
Child support.
Child support. That's what we talking about. Child support.
We see we already started. So
we're gonna talk about we gonna pull from some different things.
And guess what? Y'all can call in today too. We finally got a call-in number around here.
Excited.
What's that number? Let them know that number.
202-770-5255. Make sure you call in. I haven't had my first call yet. I'm gonna be so excited.
So how was your weekend?
My weekend was long. It was rainy.
Yeah, you
and
probably
slept a lot.
You slept in and everything.
Netflix night chill. I never know what he might say. I was a little nervous.
Me too.
Netflix.
My antennas went up.
Hey, look.
I was really nervous.
It be raining, so you got you a dude, so you like lay on in like, man, Netflix chill, cook dinner.
Yeah.
And bip bop.
I definitely try to cook my one favorite meal.
What's that?
I never.
Spaghetti.
I wasn't born in the.
What is
it? My spaghetti was decent.
Every time I called her, what you cooking? Spaghetti.
Yeah, it's easy, it's quick, but I showed off a little bit with some barbecue chicken and some mac and cheese out the box.
How'd it turn out?
Yeah.
It was good. That's one of my favorite.
Did everybody eat it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Everybody ate it.
Yes.
See, how you cook your chicken?
I season it first, and when I'm barbecuing it, I season it, and then I boil it first.
Say no more.
Yeah,
you got to boil that thing.
Let the meat fall off the bone.
Okay.
Lord.
That's a whole Southeast joint.
What about you? You couldn't sit by the water because it was raining. So how was your weekend?
Man, I had a nice weekend. I ain't even I forgot what I did, but
it was one of those.
It was one of them joints.
It was one of those.
That's a good weekend if you can't even remember what you
know
did.
somebody had a birthday. Woo!
Oh yeah, how you turn, man? 30.
30.
Nah, I know. I didn't mess with you. 30 plus what?
13.
Oh yeah, man.
43. I turned 43. By the way, y'all ain't let me introduce myself. Y'all ain't introduced me as the guest on the show.
How we just feel
See how they doing me? See how they doing me?
They already know who you are.
We feel like we family.
Like it's already family.
Introduce yourself to the Buzy With B fans.
Well, thank everybody. Thank you guys for having me on. I'm Boots from the We Ain't Got No Name internet show as well. So I came just to be a guest and to add my little perspective to the topics tonight.
We got a hell of a one.
We're going to see Boots on some Buzy With B.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But the weekend was great. I turned 43 years old on Saturday. Shout out to all the Virgos out there.
Quiet, drop it down.
Actually, though, no, it was. Ain't nobody give me a hoot or nothing.
Exactly.
But I had a quiet birthday, man. I had a quiet. Some family had a little cookout or whatever, but turned into a cook-in because all the rain.
Yeah.
Man, rain.
But we ate some good food, man. We watched the fight. They had a cake for me, my favorite, red velvet with my name on it and all that good stuff. So
cream cheese
on the top.
Yeah.
That's about your 33 red velvet cake with your name on it, huh?
Man. But so yeah, it was a good weekend, man. Went and got some crabs today. My wife took me out. We ate some crabs before I came in today. So it was good money. It was good money.
Yeah. I wanted me some crabs this weekend too. You gotta watch what you say, because I said on Facebook, who got some crabs? All these negative comments about you better watch what you ask for.
That's crazy.
like
how old are you? Like how old are you?
I hope you guys are listening on listenvisionlive.com.
Definitely go click that link, man.
Click the link. I put it on this Facebook video, and it's available Monday at 6 to 7 o'clock. After that, you guys can hit that link and watch the rerun of the show. Give me those likes, like the show, follow the show, and go from there.
There it is.
I ain't lying.
That was my sexy voice.
Just stand your ass, your butt up, your hind pox up. But yeah, so you pressed for the topic, huh?
I'm so excited just to talk. I mean, really, I just enjoy talking relationships, and but this was something that hit home with me indirectly, you know.
Yeah.
And one of the questions I want to start with is just, when is it right to put in most cases that I know, most men are going on child support. And when I'm saying that is, I feel that we should always give the man an opportunity outside of the court system. In our culture, we put them in the court and we put so many restrictions on them and their license. They can't really go do some of the things they need to do to make that money because I don't know. I just feel like...
Oh, keep on going.
I just feel like they shouldn't.
Yeah, mess a man's life up.
I think you should let a man have an opportunity to do it outside the court first. This is my observations. A lot of times, and then sometimes it depends on the situation of even bearing a child and having a child. Sometimes the kids aren't born out of love, but just out of an accident or a mistake.
The one night stand with the
passion.
Yeah.
You put the head in right quick.
And it's just different situations. But a lot of times as women too, and I'm just always speaking from my experience, we know what we getting ourselves into, you know. And yes and no. I don't have my child's father in the court. He's not, you know, and I knew what I was getting myself into. I mean, you make choices. I mean, and most of the time as women, we strong, we gonna find a way, we gonna provide. So I think you should be able to, you know, make that call accordingly, but always get the father the opportunity before putting him in the system.
All right, but well, it's not always the man's responsibility to protect and serve. If you get that,
I don't.
I understand what he means.
Yeah. You know, y'all put it on the man.
He basically saying it's not always the man's job to provide the protection during sexual intercourse.
Yeah.
So the onus is on both the man and the woman.
Definitely. You're not saying nothing wrong here.
And you don't never know what you're getting yourself into, because it could be a one night drunk stand.
I mean, do you feel like how y'all feel about making a call? Like, I don't know.
See, on what you said that you have to give the man a chance to, you know, fully take care of his child before you put him in the system, see how he's going to be or what have you. The problem is that women will do that, but what they call that might be something that's not realistic. Like, a man could really be trying and really doing his best, and people in that situation, emotions come into play, spitefulness come into play, things of that nature. So even though a dude is really trying, a woman can say, well, that ain't enough. What he's doing ain't enough. We going to the court.
And that's basically done out of anger. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of times as, you know what I'm saying, relationships develop, or sometimes it's not even a relationship, you know.
It's a sexual ship.
It's a sexual ship. And in those cases.
Go ahead. I've been there like a
in those cases, you know, you end up getting pregnant and you bring a child in the world. And as moms, we are attached to this child way before the dad, I think. I don't know. I've never been a dad.
Even born.
Yeah, it's a mother's instinct to have
before the child's even born.
Yeah, so it's just like we already attached. So we already protective. We already, you know, it doesn't even matter how the child came about. We just in love. And then in most cases when and when it's your first child, you get to experience love like you never knew. Your second child, you just basically expect it. You already know what the love is and what the blessing is. So you try to do it better than the first time, but it is what it is.
But see, you talking about the child support, and y'all just taking us through child support, right?
Right.
But most of the time, that make a dude even stop working or trying to even get a job, because then you only get $50 a month.
I think it's
what I'm saying, through the court system, and then you got this whole bunch of negative stuff in your life trying to be spiteful.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's never the best choice for the guy or for the parent to have to pay the support. It's never a good idea to just stop working so that or whatever.
It's not a good idea.
You still got to do whatever you got to do.
I think,
but in the course of that, men need to realize that they have rights too. And so many dudes, especially us, we shy away from going in front of that man and at that building.
And just by not showing up anyway.
And we got to realize that you got rights, and you just like she got rights, you got rights, and you need to exercise those rights to the fullest extent.
I had sole custody of my son. I ain't lying, and I just changed physical custody, you know what I'm saying, physical, about 3 years ago, where you have him because he want to keep running down there. But I had sole custody of my son, legal and
that's
physical.
What's up.
Okay.
That's what's up.
And most men don't even know, you have a baby. Don't nobody got custody of this child.
Nope.
You go down that court, man, and you got to fight for your rights because, and just get that test, man. And if it's you, go ahead and
do what you got to do. But like I said, a lot of times, women, us, I'm talking about me from my perspective, not giving the man the opportunity outside of the system to make a difference in that child's life. I think I'd rather more so have him to spend time with my child than it's not about the money. Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's not always about the money, especially if you know your situation, you know what you're getting yourself into. It's not about the money, because the kid ain't gonna remember how much money daddy paid, or all they gonna remember is time.
Yeah.
And so,
but it's different strokes for different folks, and a lot of people it is about the money. It is about what you are doing financially, and unfortunately for a lot of people, that is the most important thing, is that money. You can, to the point where there's a lot of dudes out here that deal with the fact that they paying money but still don't get to see their kids as much as they want.
But again, that's them exercising their rights and stepping up, as far as knowing they have rights too.
Yeah, but at the same time, it shouldn't even come down to that. It shouldn't even come down to a man having to go to court to fight for visitation for his child. It shouldn't,
but in most cases, we dealing with women, and women are really envious.
So
and
again,
jealous,
that's the problem.
Especially when the man move on,
talk about.
and when you get to a certain point when they move on early, and feelings involved and all of that stuff, it becomes basically a war. Oh, you hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you. But you're not hurting him. You hurting the seed.
You hurting the seed.
The non-custodial parent, because I don't even like.
Yeah, I like to say the non-custodial parent.
It ain't. There's no way they could hurt the other parent. How can they hurt the other parent? So it's not a given. It's not a you hurt me, I hurt you. The only person that can get hurt really is the non-custodial parent.
Nah, and that baby.
And the baby, because most of the time, the baby number one, because most of the time, the man is going to be resentful to, the situation, especially depending on how the baby came about. Depending on the situation, we're not talking about where you've been in a relationship for a year or so, or you've been with someone, for a while. We're not talking about that. We're talking about those quick hookups, and you don't know a person, but you having a baby by a person you don't know.
Jumper and you
yeah, and so that's
bowling.
That's basically what we're talking about. Real
Swish.
quick.
I ain't lying.
And now you going through your different feelings and your emotions, but you haven't taken that time to really get to know, that person. And sometimes it's a catch-22, because sometimes you can be with a person and you still don't know them.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, you just never know. But I just, as a woman, as a strong Black African American beautiful woman,
And you
you
is
know,
dark
we gonna
skinned.
find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way, and God makes a way out of no way.
So let me ask you this: with all that being said, do you think that there should be some changes or some provisions in the way child support is structured these days?
I mean, okay, I know of a situation. I know great dads. I know a lot of great dads, but I know of a situation of just a great man all around, great person who didn't really. He was more so even when he was in his marriage, he was the parent. He was the one that had his child all the time. He was the one putting in the work,
And still got treated.
going on activities, and I mean, the mom had nothing to worry about. But with that being said, when it came to the divorce and paying child support, she went heavy and hard.
And that's
And
crazy.
On him.
even though he produced receipts and things of that nature, it was no mercy. And a lot of times, there's no mercy for the man.
crazy.
He
Man,
he's
loses driver's license.
yeah, and because he loves his child, I mean, and still, when he pays the child support, and then when the child is with him, he still takes
Still
her.
gotta,
She wants for nothing.
Well, see, that's why I think that child support in general needs to be restructured. Like I don't think, like Bud was just saying, like I don't think nobody need to lose their driver's license over it.
Yeah,
I don't think.
I mean, you
I
lose
definitely
things.
don't think
you hindering the person.
I definitely don't think nobody need to go to jail over it.
And
I
going
mean,
to
go
jail,
to
over
jail
child
for what?
support. Now
What
you
can I
losing
do?
them over some
Exactly.
bucks when he can be out here trying to do his best and
Yeah.
provide. And I'm saying this is only from the perspective of just giving him that opportunity. That means if he don't take advantage of not being in the system and doing what he
So
have
you
to do
threatening him. You
as a man.
threatening
No,
him.
it's not holding or dangling nothing over his head, bud. It's not
You
that.
don't do it. I'm telling you.
No, it's not that because in most cases, sometimes the dad can be the better parent that the kid should be with. In most
Exactly.
cases, I know that if I had a boy, I mean, I have never experienced having a male child, but it was more so, I would happily say, go with your dad, and the ball could be more so because sometimes
Hey, listen. I got custody of my child.
men can
Y'all know my
raise a
story.
man.
A lot of
Can
people
a
don't
woman
hear.
really raise a man? I don't
Can
know.
a woman?
no.
Can a woman raise a boy into a man?
No.
If a young kid, a male kid, is living with his mom, at what age should it really be start to consider you need to go live with your dad? If that's an option,
And that's
About
what
four?
I'm saying.
about 4 years old.
Yeah, like for real, like.
'Cause my
I mean,
daughter
4
is a
years
mimic
enough
of
for you
me,
for
and
the
if
mom to nurture or whatever the case may be. If you're not there, case in point.
I'm just
And
saying.
then
I'm
about
so
5 years
timid.
old, you need to get your child, man, and start raising him because he's still a sponge. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
they're a
to-
sponge. Exactly. I think that's a good age because I'm telling you, if I don't
I
know.
have my son.
will
Interesting.
probably painting his nails and putting lip gloss
Oh,
on.
nah, we ain't doing
I'm
that.
just saying because I'm so.
We ain't
I'm
doing that.
Smelling good and
We ain't doing that.
He gonna be
Nah.
He'll just be like
You better
Metro.
not let him-
He'll
We
be
ain't
like
doing that.
Metro.
Nah, no.
Is it Metro?
So we
No,
know what-
it's
hey.
nothing. We ain't doing none of that.
I'm just saying.
No, that's the problem now. That
If my
women
son
I mean,
got that.
goddamn ever did that, he got to change his last name from Johnson back to his mama last name, and that's no pun intended. You know what I mean? But like goddamn.
Yeah, nah, we ain't doing that. That's a whole other conversation that we ain't
Yeah,
even. But no, I agree. I think that as these young boys, if that is a viable option for them to go live with their, I would even double down on what Buzz said, and I would even say, if a child can stay with the mom or whatever till he 8, 9, 10 years old. But I just think that
No,
it's
I-
vital for young boys, especially when he about to start adolescence and puberty and all that good stuff. When he start getting a little bit of hairs around his thing and under his arms and all
I'm
that,
independent.
and then he gonna have a wet dream one night. That's gonna happen to him, and all these things start to happen. He need to be. It needs to be if it's possible. It needs to be a situation where dad is right there, not him picking up the phone saying, "Dad, this what
It's
happened."
nothing like if you're not in that perfect situation.
And I feel like I'm preaching to
My
myself.
son 18. I got out of prison. Got him when he was 8. Custody.
That's what's
9.
up.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it ain't hard, but like now it's like he don't want me to be his daddy. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't know. Like, it ain't no rule book to come with it, man.
Nope.
Child support.
It's no
Not a matter of
rule.
fact, she owed me child support, but I ain't even press the issue. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't about the money you can spend on your child. Really, really, it's about them times.
Yeah, it's about the time, and I think we getting away. I did focus more on the money part of the child support because that's what the courts focus on. But I really think we should get into the time part of it. You know, time you can't get back. And I know one thing that I did as a mom. My daughter was growing up without me, and I didn't feel like she was really having my ways. And I was right there in the home. It was just that I was working hard and, you know, having fun. But I was working hard and I wasn't there. And that guilt came over me. And I could tell you one of the best things. And I was like a dad. My daughter had everything. She wanted for nothing. But she didn't have that structure and that guidance that mommy would give her. And one thing I can say is taking a step back. I mean, I always share, I don't make as much money as I used to, but I can tell you this, spending the time that I have with my child, I had more than I ever had. You know, I had more than I ever had because I'm fulfilled. Mm-hmm. And, you know, my daughter, she don't have as
How
much.
old is she now?
She 8.
Okay.
But I can tell you, she loved her mom. She loved spending time. She loved her home. I mean, these are things I really couldn't focus on because I was always busy. So I was just always like truly living up to that name. And how I picked the name for this show, Buzy With B, is because that's what they used to call me. I had a good girlfriend that always say, Buzy B, Buzy B. So when the passion and it came over my heart, that's how I came up with the name for the show.
But also the parent that ain't really there. Or the one that, like, I went through this experience personally. Like, the parent, the good parent, get all the flack from the kid.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a great dad. I ain't tried to do it. I did it. You know what I mean? Gonna still be here. But I think that, you know how you fry that first piece of chicken, right?
Yeah.
And it be cooked like shit. I mean, cooked like I don't know what on the outside, but then it's still red in the middle when you bite in.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try it again, right? Because I messed up on the first piece of chicken.
Right.
No.
You so silly. What I'm
That's
gonna
a
do
hell
now?
of an analogy, boy.
But real
like
shit
that,
though, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I want more kids and build a unit myself and do it all over.
But the good thing about men is you guys can have kids, you know, at any age and time.
Not really. You got go get your shooter checked out too now.
Yeah, you do. But
And I'm
for
too
the
old
most-
to be running after no little babies,
So
man. I'm sorry.
Most of the time, it still shoots.
Yeah, you know.
What?
It might shoot blanks though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta go get that countdown on that.
Okay.
Bop, 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 bop.
See,
That low count, man.
Pew,
these are
pew,
things-
pew, pew, pew.
You silly.
But
I
yeah,
mean, that's real.
nah, for real.
But yeah, I agree with you guys that definitely time with the child is far more important than money.
Yeah,
and
I think that's some of the things that
things of that
court
nature.
should be
Yeah.
considering too. It's
Yeah.
time. How much time do you spend?
Hey, call in, man. Y'all got something to add.
Because I know y'all got baby mama, baby father drama,
Call in.
and all that. You ain't got to say your name. Just call in and tell us.
You
No, say your name,
You
say
gonna be
your
anonymous if you know what that means. The number 202-770-5255 now.
Call in, weigh in, help me out, ladies. Give me some different perspective.
Yeah, I know.
Booth, where your
Y'all just
people
over there
at?
listening and
I
looking.
don't know, I
and
see
shit.
him. I see
I mean,
him
stuff.
looking.
I
What they
know,
looking
looking,
at?
I
But they
ain't-
looking hind pox. I gotta watch
Oh,
what
yeah.
I say. Look,
Look, I'm a guest, so I can.
I'm on cussing probation.
Look, I
Hey,
ain't,
look.
get, I ain't get Boost the Rude. The title of the show is God First and everything else.
I
So,
cuss and stuff. Just behind pox, man. I
yeah,
gotta-
but we working on that.
yeah. Nah, that's what I'm telling you. I'm on cussing probation, so I changed my words up a little bit.
I
So you
appreciate
guys wanted to talk about relationships too. Are we? Did you want to slide into that or?
we
we could take a little break right quick. You know what I mean? Like, what about?
we can.
I dismiss myself. I gotta use the bathroom right there.
Oh, that is too much information
No, it ain't. We
for
could've
my
went to a commercial.
live viewers.
Nah, hey, listen, man. Sometimes you get a little older, you gotta tinker when
Des.
I'll be right back.
This. Yeah, we'll be right back after
After
these
messages, we'll be right back.
Get your call in, man. For real, call in.
Yeah, call in.
on them back to the box. Look, I got wall socks.
Big bells, big arms.
Gun, I'm out in play, let's have fun.
Big scale, big scale, big weight.
Iceberg, ice tray, plug call, call the front. I don't need it. Pocket strong, rest the niggas get crazy. One nigga pay no Adidas. Grandma, auntie niece. Pop two cups of purple just to warm up. Drink. I heard your bitch got that water. Splash, drip, drip, splash. Slippery.
Hey man, what you strapped for? Man, some pizza place keep paying no raw hit up, man. This shit is beautiful. Teach on a lesson. Fucking Grove Street. You damn?
I'm always dead.
Nigga, I am authentic, Versace, Da Vinci, red bottom, Barisi. Muscle my brother, we got different muscle. Nigga, no flow. Authentic, Versace, Da Vinci, red bottom, Barisi. Muscle my brother, we got different muscle. Nigga, no flow. Nigga, no flow.
Let's go, bitch.
And we are back. Somebody's back from the bathroom.
I ain't lying.
So
Comedy
I'm
buzz.
so excited to be back in the studio. I missed it for a whole week. So I'm excited. And we talking about relationships today.
Yep.
Relationships. So we was talking about child support and when is it right and wrong to put that man or that woman, because a lot of times we go towards men, but a lot of times it's both. I mean, women can be absent parents too.
I got a question on relationships right now.
All right.
And y'all can call in too, man.
Call
202-770-5255. How long does it take for you dating a guy or a girl to say that, you know, you shouldn't have to when you're grown, but to say y'all in a relationship and everything's solid?
Do you say that? Or
I don't know, because people, Jones be asking me like, so are we going to be in a relationship now, or why you want to wait?
It happens. I think women help me out. You can't call in. I think it just happens. It's a feeling. It's just, you giving this person most of your time. I mean, with all of your time for the most part.
That could be 3 days straight though, and y'all tripping like we go.
Y'all
together.
don't listen to her.
Don't
listen to that.
That's
Don't
what
listen
I'm
to
saying.
that.
Okay, married man.
You can sex yourself into a relationship.
You can.
Let me tell you something. The best advice I can give to anybody is you make sure you have that conversation and y'all on the same page. Because
From
you
the
don't.
beginning, though.
No, not necessarily from the beginning. I mean, I guess the only thing
As
you
we
could
go on.
the only thing you could talk about in the beginning is
What
do you
you would
want
like.
if that was something you want? Do you want to be in a relationship? And then you could base your decision on whether you want to be with somebody after that. However, once you've been chilling with somebody, y'all been sleeping with each other, all that good stuff.
No
and all whatever
boundaries.
else that may come with that, you need to have a conversation. At some point if you feeling like where's this going, you have to have that quote unquote what are we doing talk. You got to, because otherwise that person gonna be like, man, I was just going with the flow. Believe me, I've been that person a rack of times on some.
Wow.
I was just going with the flow.
But
we ain't never had that
serious,
conversation.
Yeah, you gotta
Okay.
have them serious conversations though, for sure.
I agree.
Got to.
Oh, so you just don't go with the flow.
Nah. And look, here's a secret to the ladies.
Go ahead.
If a man really want to be with you, he gonna bring that conversation up before you even get a chance to.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Or B, I ain't lying. Because I want to know what's going on. Like,
Hell yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, let me know. Not like, what we going to do? Like, that kind of question. But I'm going to be straight up to the table. Like, I'm not trying to rush into nothing because I done rushed into a lot of relationships.
I think sometimes.
And rushed right out of them, too.
There it is.
It is.
And rushed right out
How
of
you
them.
get it, how you lose it, they say.
Is that true though? I mean, I think
Nah, I don't
sometimes
think
you can
that's
get
true.
into a relationship the right way, or whatever the right way is. I mean, I think it's no rule book to this.
It's not.
Right
It's
or
really-
wrong way. It's like whatever works. I mean,
However, I agree with that completely, that there is no rule book because, you know, I mean, you have a lot of situations that break that rule. However, I think one thing that is a rule, like I said, is that you have to have a conversation with that person and figure out what's going on. Like,
Honesty
you have to.
and communicate.
And that's
communicate
boom.
well.
Boom.
Honesty and communicate well.
I mean, if you don't have,
Don't mislead or misguide, even though, like, a lot of women don't listen. Y'all be hearing stuff, but don't listen.
I mean, I don't know. I learned to listen because I think, when you're a little younger, you more so, you think you could change a man. Ladies, you cannot change a man.
You don't even know yourself trying to change a man,
And
though.
I mean, but see, we know we good. We know we got a good heart. We know we gonna be good to you. We
That's
know we gonna
you.
be
That ain't got
loyal.
nothing to do with him.
And yeah, but what I'm saying is, a lot of times you go into situations feeling like you can change someone, and I mean, what I'm learning is, if a person time and time show you who they are, you got to start believing them.
That's so weird to me that people have this. I think that's got to be some type of innate woman quality that they ever feel like they can change somebody. Because I would never feel like I could change a 30, 40-year-old grown person. I'm not going to change you. I need to learn how to deal with whatever comes with you.
Yeah.
That's what needs to happen. But I can't change you.
I think
What would make me even think that I could do that?
And then a lot of times when what I'm saying, you have worked your way past a milestone of you go through things in a relationship, and I think as you learn to know what you're dealing with. Like in most cases, I know what I'm dealing with. I know he a nut. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, once you make that choice, you know what you're dealing with, and it's up. But it's only but so much a person can deal with, though. If that person don't want to get help,
you gotta nip that in the bud. Like in my relationships, right?
Okay.
Which my last one. Every 2 weeks or 3 weeks or so, I'll look over and say, "Is it something that you don't like that that I'm doing?" So we can talk about this right now as we move forward. It's like a test every 2 weeks, so and we can get it out the way right there.
That's a pretty good strategy.
That's a nice strategy, but I have a question. Like, if you are dealing with someone who isn't a great communicator, you are communicating.
Call in, y'all.
And he he don't communicate as well as me as a woman.
202-770. I know y'all got something to say. Y'all ain't just looking on this junk.
Exactly.
202-770-5255.
I mean, how do you know you with the right person? Do you grow? Like, people be like, oh my God, that's my soulmate.
Everybody wear a mask, though. If you can get that person to take that mask off, and only way you're going to be able to do it is you ask questions. You know what I mean? And observe and listen.
It's
And spending time.
Yep.
Spending
It's
time.
spending time.
And like
Spending
like
time.
both of y'all basically said, it ain't no. It's time. It's a thing that you just has to happen over time. Nothing's gonna happen that's gonna make you know like that. Oh, that's the one. You might have that feeling that that's the one.
At first,
whatever,
that's that lust.
Whatever,
I think
yeah.
that's
But,
that lust.
but
In the beginning, I think that's that lust. Oh
But
my
over
God.
time, time only tells, man. Time and experience. When you experience different hardships with this person, just like two people that get married, you could think that this person is the most wonderful person in the world, all that good stuff. But what's going to happen when money is tight? How, what happens then? How you feel about that person?
How do they
then?
cope with that?
Or when she tells you that she's pregnant, how you cope with that?
Right.
Or when it's time to move into a new house, or when something going on with the kids, or this, that, and a loved one dies. How a person is in those major life-changing situations is the thing that tells you the things you need to know about it. Right.
And
But
so
you be
basically-
already married by then if you don't know already.
So
you know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
why. That's at the end of the day. That's why it's all a crapshoot.
Right.
'Cause,
Right.
You know,
And
you can
ba-
feel how you feel, but until you experience certain things with a person, you don't really know.
And then I feel if you keep experiencing things with a person and there's no improvement and there's no growth, it's only so much time you can give that relationship.
But shit, you might be pregnant by then or anything. You know
Whether
what I mean?
you
Like,
pregnant or not, that was a choice that you make and you go through. But for the most part, you still gotta be able to be your true self. You can't give and never get anything back in return. So I mean, and I'm not saying
But
it's
that's
not
subjective.
a time frame on it. I'm just saying it's not really a
you
time
said
frame when you.
subjective.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because and like you just said something, you said you was like, if you don't see any growth, da.
I mean, I'm
But-
not saying like tomorrow. I'm not saying whatever your time limit is, whatever your situation is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying no. I ain't saying give up on the person you love, but at the end of the day, I'm not saying even the love that you have for a person need to be equal coming back. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying
It ain't gonna
is,
never be that.
for the most part, you need to fulfill your woman or your man, and in a way, especially when one of them is holding the weight more at that time, you need to fulfill them and give
Just
them
go
what
ahead
they
and say what you want to
and
say.
get them what they
Go ahead and
need
say what you
to
want
go
to
out
say.
there in the
Holding
real
your
world.
weight.
You know
I'm
what
paying all the bills,
No, I'm-
and he ain't really doing nothing. Say what you
No,
want to
what
say.
I'm
Holding
saying
the weight.
is,
What do
no,
you mean?
more so, I'm not saying.
I peeped that too.
What I'm saying
Don't
if-
cut no corners. What are you actually saying? Like,
I'm saying.
What do you mean by hold the
If
weight?
my,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
my man is going out every day
Right.
and he working and I'm not, I don't produce as much. I'm
Hey, girl,
not.
you good.
I'm
You
not.
good. You good.
I'm not. Doing the things necessary. You know what I'm saying, to kind of bring the income in.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying. I feel like it's my duty to make sure the house is taken care of. Do you know what I'm saying? Do what I gotta do.
What if you are though? What if you make more than him?
Yeah.
get-
It's on the other side. That's what we was trying to get at. Cause that's what you.
What if you make more money than him? What
Then
if you
that's
the
fine.
one? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's definitely okay.
So you okay
in
with
most
making
cases,
these days-
in most society, I mean,
In
in the
black
world
community,
today,
for
in
sure.
the black community, the women are making more than the man. In most cases, the men have history and backgrounds, and
And
for
they
the,
put that against us, and we can't
Yeah,
get no
and they
jobs.
can't
and-
kinda-
yeah.
for the most part, and then the society and the community, they have stripped the black man from the homes, and we're not gonna get all into that today.
Hey, we talking about the
But,
relationship part of it. Though.
Is he preaching?
Yeah, but and see, he know how I can go on a
I
rant.
ain't
preaching.
lying.
I ain't gonna go on a rant, but what I'm saying is, relationships are tough. You know what I'm saying? And if you feel like you with the right person, then you fight, but you can't be the only one fighting.
Yeah. I mean, but that's true.
But
and
we
that's
never got no answer about how long does it take to like.
I don't think there's no answer
How
though,
long do it take to what?
to know that that's the person for you.
You
or whatever.
don't know.
Or
It's
to
how
say
much
you
you
in a
can say.
one-on-one monogamous. I think it's monogamous.
Monogamous.
Because I be getting promiscuous and monogamy mixed up, but the one with the one and only one.
Yeah,
Jump.
monogamous.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I'll use me for an example. So I met my wife. I met her on February 3rd, 2013.
Hawaii, thanks for sharing boots today.
We was married.
That was
We was
Valentine's Day.
married the following March 15th of 2014.
So how long
1
y'all been
year.
married?
A year and a month, and we've
I
been
mean, that's all right.
we about to be 5 years in, so
And
not
see,
that
that's what I'm
long.
saying.
Not that long. Appreciate it.
But that's what I'm
Not
saying.
that long.
I mean, I'm the type of person I'd rather jump in. I'd rather jump in and get married early. Like it's hard for me to really commit, so it's just a lot. But anyway, I would rather jump in and go through the struggle.
And it is.
Just to say
Because
you
you
did
can't-
it. Just to
you
say you
can't-
did it.
No, it is not about that.
So
Because
why
for
you
the
ain't
most
worried
part,
already?
you love the person, you're gonna be with them anyway. You
It's
kick
pros and
screaming up.
cons both ways.
It's pros and cons,
It's
but I
pros and
feel like
cons,
shit,
either way.
went through all of this, and I'm not the.
But
you
in
know.
a relationship, you gotta have serious conversations more so. Like
Absolutely.
But girlfriends be wanting to be like, wife, you can't do this, and why you talking to them? But you just my girlfriend. What is you talking about? I mean, like, so I got a problem with that. Like,
So okay, so if you just let me ask you this, Buzz. So when you in a committed adult relationship, you don't think you shouldn't act like you already married to the person?
I ain't no goddamn actor. I'm in real lifer.
All right, so how do you prepare yourself to be married to a person if you are still conducting yourself as a single person while you're in this?
I can be nah. If I'm with somebody, you can see my Instagram, John. If I'm with you, we together. The world gonna know, and that's what it is. And I ain't leaving no room for nobody to get in my space. You know what I mean? And none of that. And I ain't gonna change from being who I am. Yeah.
Are you truthful? Are you upfront?
I ain't lying. I build a table. I ain't say I got a lot of money, but I build that table and engraving that joint off the, you know what I mean, what it is and what it ain't. Mm-hmm. So I got to put everything on the table, and that's just simple. That's why my thing is I ain't lying hashtag. Mm-hmm. It is what it is, and I'm a communicator. Not only that, I'm a shower.
An action person.
Yeah. Well, goddamn, you
lead with your.
Goddamn.
You leave. You really lead by action. Now, I feel like a person can say anything, but it's all about what they show you.
Yeah, that's
you know. So I feel like I definitely pay attention to the actions.
No, y'all don't.
Say that one more time.
Most women fall for what dudes say, not what they do.
Most women fall for what dudes say and not what they do.
I can agree with that.
Because they be lying so good. They believe a lie.
A couple of one of those.
But like I say, time will tell though.
But
if you spend time with somebody, all that talking they did, and if you pay attention or you so caught up on the lust part.
The lust part.
And that's the thing. I think that's the thing that is about us dudes in most cases. I ain't gonna say all cases, but in most cases. If a man go out here and meet a woman that he truly, truly want to be about and be with, she ain't gonna have to question that, because all those things that she want, he's gonna do and show on his own. Like as a man, he gonna want to. I don't want to sound superficial on some caveman type stuff, but he gonna stake his claim to that. He gonna, he gonna stake his claim to that. Right, and he gonna be territorial of it. He gonna be like, "This my woman, and nobody else. This mine." And in doing so, he's gonna show her the things that she wants to see from that man.
So if a man saying, go ahead, I don't care what you do. I don't care where you going.
Put it like this: if you ladies, if you with a dude and it's kind of wishy washy about what he want, where he stand with you, I don't know.
So what if you got the straight up and down? Now we ain't got a little bit of time left, but the straight up and down guy, man, that me.
The straight up and down guy.
I ain't lying like about nothing. Like this is what it is.
You gonna show her who you.
Yeah, exactly.
You gonna show her. You gonna show that.
You ain't got a second question.
You ain't gonna just say that.
And what are some of the things that you feel like a woman should look for the signs? Since we talking about it a little bit.
Like one thing. One of my buddies said, man, little dude she met 2 weeks in, he like, man, let me go wash your car. And the third week, he like, yeah, let me go wash your car and check your miles. When he came back in, like,
car, don't gotta worry about
hold up. But he checked your miles. How many? You said it was 14 miles giving your house to your job. Well, now you at 40 miles. Where else you go at? I had a girl. I said, "Shorty, leave him alone right now."
Yeah, that's controlling.
That's 3 weeks in. Leave him alone right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's one of the things you need to look for. Signs like that.
Yeah.
Get out.
But on what you were asking, though, B, I would say, if a dude is just consistently and consciously making you a priority in his life, whether it's his free time, whether it's the things that are important to him that's going down, whether it's whatever, if he is making you a priority in his life, one way or another, or in a few ways, that's a telltale time. Yeah, that's a telltale sign.
You'll know. You know
so look, we gotta wrap it up, right? Ain't nobody calling
already.
Yeah, man. Yeah. See how that fast.
Well, I get to bumping my gums, man. I can't stop.
When y'all gonna call in?
Man, listen, y'all got a minute and a half, but I'm gonna tell y'all tonight. I'm leaving here and I'm going to Dynamax.
Bud got a show
on 8th Street, Cross Street in Northeast. Come on through there, get your laugh on. Follow me at Comedy Bud on. What's that? Instagrams. I put an S on mine, getting a little older.
Instagram.
Boots, where they can find you at?
Huh? On Facebook, Calvin Billy Boots. On Instagram, Boots292. And the We Ain't Got No Name. Just straight like that. We Ain't Got No Name.
You know where to look for me at. Buzy With B here each and every Monday at 6 o'clock. you guys need to call me though. I'm so excited. I can't wait to get the first phone call.
Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah,
Y'all can't call the number after the show over here.
Yeah, you know that.
They call it 10:30. Is
I
B
know,
there?
yeah.
Yeah, we was just
No.
looking at the show.
Is
one
Buzz
time,
still there?
man, yeah.
Comedy Buzz still there? I had to
Yeah.
holler at him about something.
Yeah, and you know, find me on Instagram at I want to say Buzy With B, Miss B1 on Facebook as Zakia Miss B Johnson. So I look forward to seeing y'all next week.
And I do too. I ain't lying.
We might do a food show next week.
Nah,
That's gonna
nah.
be so interesting.
Yeah, we got that.
Oh, y'all got. If it's a food, I'm gonna be here.
And I got a surprise too. Next week, y'all gotta tune in. I'm not saying it on Facebook, Instagram. It will be on my show only. ListenVisionLive.com Mondays at 6 o'clock. Thanks, Boots, for joining me.
Yeah.
But
I ain't lying.
you know, we ain't lying. He ain't lying. And see you guys next week right here. Thank you.